So here are the highest win totals among the West teams. We have the Nuggets first, 53.5, followed by the Suns at 51.5. And then we have the Golden State Warriors in third at 48.5. The Lakers, they round out the top four at 46.5. So back here with Brian, with Perk. So outside of the Denver Nuggets, the Suns, right? They're the only team with a win total of projected to be over 50 games out west. Who do you see as the biggest threat, Perk, to Denver in the Western Conference?
The team that got a big three. The Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns, KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal. And if you want to sprinkle a little DeAndre Ayton in there, then damn it, do that too. But listen, this team is going to be unstoppable when it comes to offense. And I could just see on any given night, any one of those guys are capable of going for 50. And when you have that, you're going to put yourself in the best position possible, especially in the regular season, of winning games. I actually see the Phoenix Suns this year winning 60-plus games in the regular season. I think the camaraderie is going to be there. Frank Vogel going to have them locked in, and we're definitely going to see a different version of DeAndre Ayton.
Brian?
Yeah, so I think Malika, it's the team that was the biggest threat to them in this year's playoffs, which was the Suns. You know, that was 2-2 after 4 games, and then the Nuggets went 10-1 on their way home to the title, one of the more impressive runs we've seen in recent history. And that Suns team has obviously upgraded their star capability and their depth. So I think Denver is firmly installed as the favorite, but Phoenix was already the closest team behind them, in my opinion. They gave them a tougher series than the Lakers did.
Yeah.
And I would expect them that they would give them a tougher test this upcoming season as things stand right now, too.
I think I'm still going with, even with the Suns as a threat, I still think I believe in the Denver Nuggets the most. I know I was asking who was the biggest threat, even though with the loss of Jeff Green, with the loss of Bruce Brown, they just feel like, I saw Jamal Murray at the ESPYs, they're chilling. They feel really good about coming back and defending their title. I was wondering if either one of you would pick the Lakers, because they're currently projected at 46.5 wins. They've gone under the total 9 of the last 11 seasons that they've completed. That does not, though, include the shortened 2020 championship season. And, Perk, I know you like a lot what the Lakers have been able to do this offseason. They haven't hit their over since LeBron James joined the team. Do you think they're going to buck that trend? Do you think they're going over 46 wins? Where do they fall here?
Oh, for sure they are.
Okay.
I think they're going to hit, 52 to 53 wins this season. Anthony Davis have something to prove. I believe he's going to come back in better shape. I feel like he's going to come back stronger. And now guys know each other. And I know it's a short stint, but when you bring back the core group, now they know the system. Rui Hachimura is going to come back a better player. You now added Taurean Prince, and now you have a guy that could also come in off the bench if he's not starting this in some games, and Gabe Vincent, who has proven to be a guy that could actually be a 6-man of the year candidate. So I'm going with, 52 to 53 wins when it comes to the Lakers.
LeBron James, Brian, you know as well as any reporter in this business, where do you see the Lakers falling this year?
I mean, how can you go against that data? How can you bet the over? They're begging you to take the over there.
They keep changing
putting
it.
that number there. They're
Right.
begging for Perk to advise them to do it. In fact, I think it's already even crept up
Yes.
a couple of wins from where the line opened
Correct.
a couple of weeks ago. I would just say, by the way, never bet on anything on the Lakers, because even if you're right, it's always going to be a bad price, because the casinos completely skew it. What these totals, and it's not just the Lakers, what these totals are reflective of is what the sports books perceive as a high parity Western Conference. The Lakers can be a much improved team than they were from a year ago and still only go 46 and 36, because there's going to be so much more competition. The Houston Rockets, who were, a speed bump throughout all last season, they're going to win a lot more games this year. They've improved drastically. The Spurs, you played the Rockets and the Spurs, you could pencil in 3 or 4 wins on your totals. That's not going to be the case this year. Wembanyama is going to help them. The bottom is going to raise up a little bit. So I can both agree. I can both say that the Lakers are going to stick on the under, and say that they'll still be a contender for the West. Those things can both be true.
By the way, you're right, Brian. I think something to the tune of 43.5 wins is what the Lakers opened at, and then everyone said, nope, over, and the line has already moved up. So we'll see if it continues to move there.
And at number one, my Rookie of the Year, a franchise that I hold dearly to my heart. Sam Preston did his thing. We didn't get an opportunity to see him play last year, but run it. Bam! Chet Holmgren. That's who is my Rookie of the Year this year. Did you see him in Summer League? Did you see what he's capable of doing? You want to put him at the 5 position. He could pick and roll. He could pick and pop. He could take you off the dribble. He could finish around the basket. He has elite handles. Look at that slippery eel. And let's not forget what he brings on the defensive side of things. Willing to lay it all out on the line and defend the basket. This is my big list of big rookies that I expect to be doing big things this upcoming season.
Did you say slippery eel? Perk.
Yeah, the slippery eel. Yeah, that's the slippery eel.
You're
right
the
there.
best. I'd rub my eyes, but I don't want Giovanna, our wonderful makeup artist, to get mad at me. If we could put his list back up. Did I not see Scoot on that list, Brian? I know this is Big Perk's list. This isn't Brian Windhorst's list. It's not Malika's list. But no Scoot? Brian, what do you think of his list?
Yeah.
I got to get out and trademark slippery eel before somebody else gets to it first. That is absolutely amazing.
What a way to welcome us in to WNBA All-Star.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
It's been an all-star start to the career of Aaliyah Boston.
This is something that I've dreamt of for years.
She is unstoppable.
Young is the 3.
They can't guard me. They can't guard me. They can't guard you.
Her game has been sick. The Chelsea Gray gets in her bag. It's over.
Brianna Stewart. There is no defense for that.
Put that on the highlight reel.
What can she not do? Yeah,
She put on a show.
Ooh-wee. We are less than an hour away from the start of WNBA All-Star Weekend out in Las Vegas. We have the 3-point contest and the skills challenge directly following this edition of NBA Today. And then on Saturday, we got the main event, the WNBA All-Star Game. It'll be on ABC at 8:30 Eastern. And the two teams' rosters, they're drafted by All-Star captains A'ja Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces, and then we have Brianna Stewart of the New York Liberty. So for more on a huge night in the W, here's LaChina Robinson, Andrea Carter, and Carolyn Peck.
Thank you so much, Malika. Las Vegas is the place to be this weekend for the 2023 WNBA All-Star Game and festivities. And it is hot in the desert, ladies and gentlemen, with temps up to 112 degrees expected today. But lucky for our crew, we are inside of Michelob Ultra Arena. Moments ago, A'ja Wilson and Team Wilson were getting some practice time in preparation for tomorrow's big game. Wilson, the reigning league's MVP, looking to make it back-to-back wins as captains, and Aaliyah Boston,
Yes, hair.
the Indiana Fever superstar and front-runner for WNBA Rookie of the Year. Boston is a starter on Team Wilson and is one of 5 first-time All-Stars. Welcome into our set. We are here in Vegas, LaChina Robinson, alongside the Women's Basketball Hall of Famer Carolyn Peck, and Lady Vol standouts, yes, I said that, and basketball analyst Andrea Carter. So, guys, we will get to the skills competition and the 3-point competition in a moment, but let's go back to the game set to take place tomorrow in prime time. Team Wilson is in, Team Stewart is in. Drea, I'll start with you. Give me a player from each team that you think could make a difference if they're going to win.
Well, I'm going to go with 2 players that I watched this season calling their games go on heaters and put up big numbers, and it starts with DeWanna Bonner. I was there courtside when she put up 41 points on the reigning champion Las Vegas Aces. She has been lights out shooting with incredible confidence from beyond the 3-point line. Since that Vegas game, she's averaging 21 points per game on 45% from beyond the arc. She could make a big impact today. And then Satou Sabally, watched her put up 27 and 15 against the Washington Mystics. The Mystics were a little undermanned, but you could not take anything away from Satou's high motor, how fast she plays, the energy she plays with in an all-star game like like this, that can make a big impact as well.
Well, the two players that I'm looking at are on the same team, and one of which is Chelsea Gray. Remember, she got snubbed last year. Well, that was really igniting the fire for the rest of the season. She increased her scoring +4 in the regular season, +9 in the playoffs. Her three-point shooting went from 29% to 40% to 54%, and she's been working on some special dimes that she's bringing to the All-Star game. So I can't watch it. And then you've got Arike Ogunbowale. Remember the last time the All-Star game was here in Vegas? Well, she put up 26, and she was the MVP of that All-Star game. And you don't have to run an offense for Arike Ogunbowale. She can create her own.
There are going to be a lot of highlights coming off of that duo.
Jesus.
Well, let's talk game rules, because the WNBA did announce that they're bringing back the 4-point shot. There is, again, a 20-second shot clock, so not a lot of time to get that offense cooking. And then once again, there will be no free throw shot. The team will be awarded that number of free throws, but there will be free throws taken in the last 2 minutes of the All-Star game. So, CP, I start with you. Which team most benefits from those rules?
The team that's going to take those shots from those 4-point shot circles. You've got Kelsey Plum can do it. Arike Ogunbowale. Ryan Howard has replaced Elena Deladon, and on Synergy, she averages the most shots made from 25 feet out. So, hey, watch out for Ryan.
I'll give you another stat. I looked at all the players that knocked down shots from 24 feet and beyond. Out of the top 15, Team Wilson has 6 of those players. So I do think that that rule is going to benefit them. And then that short shot clock, in the starting lineup, Team Wilson has 3 guards. Those high-paced guards are going to play really fast with that short shot clock.
Well, all I know is you got to start guarding Arike Ogunbowale off the bus. So I don't know if the 4-point line is enough.
Right now. Right now.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.